Steve Bowers welcoming you to 6 in the City, working solo today because Cassandra Fuller was on jury duty and drew one of the winning cards, is what I understand. And so we'll see how that goes over the next, she's on a jury panel for what, 2 or 3 months now? 2 or 3 months? Okay. So we may be running solo here every week for a while. We'll see how it goes for her. Jackson Rockabilly's today announced that their new manager is going to be Matt Franco. He had an 8-year career in Major League Baseball starting in 1995. Drafted by the Chicago Cubs, made it to the major leagues with the Cubs, then went from there to, he ended up with the Atlanta Braves and then went to the Mets in between. And so he'll be coming to Jackson. The team will take the field at the end of May. And so exciting announcement that they're going to be announcing their pitching coach and some other folks coming up next week. Got a full show on this 6 in the City. Denise Walton is going to be with us. We're going to get an update on what's going on with RIFA. Also, Keep My Hood Good. And we've got Courtney Simmons with us and Kelsey Merriweather. They've got a special fundraising banquet coming up February the 9th, so we'll preview that. Danny Crossett and Arthur Pretty are going to be with us, and Arthur is the Jackson, he's the USJ upper school cross-country coach, and of course they're going to talk about the Jackson Roadrunners, and looking forward to talking with them. Going to get an update on the Scouts and a big fundraising banquet coming up February the 28th, and the details of that with Clint Belkey and Adrian Hackett. And then Dan DeMott is going to be with us. We were introduced to him through Geneva Humdy. And Dan DeMott is with the 10VAX program. What is this? TENNVAX? We're going to find out together coming up on this 6 in the City. David Burke is with us along with Keegan Etheridge, and we're going to get a preview of Agnes of God. It's going to hit the stage at the Carnegie, and that's coming up for 2 weekends in a row. And we get a preview of that, and then Don McCrory is going to be with us. We'll get a preview of the Jewel Awards, and that's coming up February the 18th. So we're entering a busy time of year. Got the Crystal Ball for the Symphony coming up this weekend. A lot of things going on in Jackson. Our entertainment will be provided by the Omissions, and all that's coming up on this 6 in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensavers for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to 6 in the City, and Denise Walton is with us, and she's with the Regional Interfaith Association with RIFA. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you. It's always great to be here.
So we're looking back on the past year. One thing, we got a check from the Turkey Day 5K.
We do. I'm so excited that Mr. Danny is here today. And the Turkey Day 5K was one of the last things we talked about in 2022, and that is the big run on Thanksgiving Day. And the proceeds, bless their hearts, generously, Fleet Feet and Gold's Gym support RIFA, and the proceeds from that this year were $13,700, which is amazing. That's just folks who get up and go out and run in the cold or the rain or whatever before Thanksgiving meal. So we so appreciate them.
Yeah. When they started that, I've shared the story. I thought, well, that won't last a year or two, you know.
And
here we are. Get them run on Thanksgiving Day, and it's gone on now for decades.
And I know it's a big event.
And hundreds of people.
For a lot of families.
$13,000 this year. So
yes,
congratulations to everybody involved, and a big thanks to everybody that ran.
Absolutely.
And participated in the Turkey Day 5K. So put it on your calendar for next Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Let's look back on the year then. And when you take a look back on the year, some of the highlights have been.
The highlight is that we fed over 516,000 meals in Jackson and West Tennessee, and that is a huge number. That is just a lot of folks, and I'm very grateful for all of the folks in Jackson and West Tennessee who make that possible. We could not do that without donors. And, you know, meals cost money, but then the volunteer hours as well. It's over 20,000 volunteer hours.
Okay.
Because so many people come and serve and collect, you know, things for us as well, and put together the snack backpacks and serve in the soup kitchen. It's just a huge effort by a lot of folks.
It happens every day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
365 days a year. Yes, sir.
And then summer program now with the bus and
Absolutely.
the meals going out, following the snack backpack program even during the summer.
Yes, sir.
So it's a real special thing, and it's a real great effort out there on part of this community, and it's certainly much appreciated. So what are we looking forward to next then?
Well, next up is Super Bowl Sunday. So SUPER, of course, denotes the football game, and that's on February the 12th on a Sunday. We all know about that. But then RIFA's version is SOUPER, the Super Bowl of Caring. And so we are in the process right now of reaching out to churches throughout Jackson and West Tennessee to do a special collection for those who are gathering, whether it's through a special offering at their church, or if you're having a Super Bowl gathering with some friends and fellowships. We've also reached out and are in the process of reaching out to a lot of restaurants, because a lot of folks will gather there as well, you know, to do a donation as well.
So how do the restaurants get involved in this?
Well, I'm hoping to call on some of those today. Made my first stop yesterday and got a yes, so appreciate that.
Okay.
And we have flyers and posters and little table tents that have a little QR code. So folks are there, they're having a meal, and they're like, hey, I see this tent. You know, let me give to RIFA. So
Okay.
last year, over 112 million people watched the game. Imagine if every one of those people gave $1. So there's some pretty big statistics there.
Okay.
So, you know, throughout Jackson and
So
West
the restaurants
Tennessee.
would have a display then? is
That's
how
our
they
hope.
said.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That is our hope.
I know at First Presbyterian, you know, people bring soup and
They
you know,
do.
make a donation.
And a lot of churches do that, still
yeah.
have the gathering at night, but not everybody does. And, you know, a lot of our folks are not meeting on Sunday nights right now. It's still the churches. So wherever people are gathering, we're asking if they would think of RIFA and
Okay.
folks, you know,
So
as they.
Super Bowl Sunday coming up February the 12th.
Indeed. Yes,
We'll
sir.
get that- We'll get
So
that taken care of.
It's exciting.
And looking at, of course, a lot of expansion with RIFA.
We had.
I mean, with the facility and everything else this past year. So
Yes, sir.
What are you equipped to do now? It's
Well,
different.
we have a lot more space in the thrift store. I don't know that everybody knows that anybody can shop at our thrift store, and it has expanded almost 1,500 square feet, I believe. So if you haven't been in, I would invite you to come to the thrift store. There's so many things, and there's just a lot of folks in there, a lot of fun things happening in the thrift store. If you need it, RIFA just may have it for you.
Okay.
So it's a lot
Are
of
you
fun
still
in there.
doing the online auction or?
Oh, absolutely. Miss Ellen Bennett, every other week, she is lining up between 70 and 75, sometimes 80 items, and people can bid. It's the RIFA auction page. We're up to over 5,000 followers now.
Wow.
It is so much fun. My family lives in North Mississippi, but all my sisters and my mother follow. And so regularly we're talking about the fun. If you just hop on and look at the descriptions that Ellen Bennett writes, it is so much fun. And there are
Okay.
so many neat things.
And that is the RIFA?
Auction. That page is RIFA auction.
RIFA
Mhm.
auction.
Yes, sir.
So check that out. All kinds of ways to get involved with this program.
Absolutely.
And it's affecting, touching lives every day. It's always good to see.
It is.
Denise.
We so much appreciate the opportunity to be here and thank
appreciate
Jackson and West Tennessee.
Going to get an update on Keep My Hood Good. That's coming up as we continue this 6 in the City.
With EPlus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill bounce, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/textalerts for more information.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus Broadband Fiber Network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
The Keep My Hood Good program has been in existence how long now?
Since 2009.
2009. It's got a great track record of reaching young people in sometimes adverse circumstances, and this is an outreach. Juanita Jones has been with us often. Today we have Courtney Simmons with us, and then Kelsey Merriweather with us. And they're with the Keep My Hood Good program. They got a special event coming up February the 9th, which will be a Thursday evening at 6:30 at Fellowship Bible Church. Yes. All right, so what's going to be happening that night?
So we have a variety of different things happening. I myself was going to be one of the entertainment for that night.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes, so we're excited about that. But our highlight is our keynote speaker. We have CEO of United Way of West Tennessee, Matt Marshall. He's actually going to be our speaker for that night. So we're really excited to hear from him.
All right, so we're going to start at 6:30. What will happen at 6:30?
At 6:30, well, I'm hosting the event.
Oh, okay.
And so at 6:30, we will just welcome everyone to come in. We've got amazing food that's going to be catered by Lane College. And so we'll start the program, tell everyone a little bit about Keep My Hood Good, and then we will go into some entertainment from the lovely Miss Kelsey. And then we'll go into our keynote speaker. And then this is one of our biggest fundraiser events. So we will definitely have an opportunity for everyone to reach deep down in their pockets to help support the kids in the community.
Okay. How do you get tickets for this?
Say, Kelsey, go ahead.
Yeah, so several different ways.
Tickets are how much, by the way?
Individual tickets are $65.
Okay.
You do have an opportunity to be a champion sponsor, which is a $500 a contribution, and you'll have an opportunity to purchase a table. And then we have our golden sponsor, which is an $1,000 table. And then you'll have special recognition at our event. And then your company or organization will be printed on all of our material. But tickets are available. You can go to keepmyhoodgood.org under our events tab, and then it gives you a link directly to Eventbrite, and you have an opportunity to purchase there. Or you can visit us on our Keep My Hood Good community campaign Facebook page. There is a link there also to send you directly to the individual tickets, as well as the sponsorship opportunities as well.
Okay.
And if you know a member, a board member, we can definitely get you tickets.
Okay, so you can track it down and do it. But it's keepmyhoodgood.org.
Yes, keepmyhoodgood.org.
Or on Facebook, and you can get the link and go from there. Right. When you're describing this program to people, what do you tell them?
I tell them that Keep My Hood Good is an organization that is geared towards helping inner city youth break the generational poverty. Basically, we are looking to help students who are typically disadvantaged get opportunities that they normally would not receive, just based on, unfortunately, where they grew up and how they've grown up. And so we try to teach them skills, self-confidence, getting them involved in things with school, helping with tutoring, and just doing different things around the community that normally they wouldn't have that opportunity to do. And so we typically service about 26 students at a time. They come to the center on Riverside Monday through Thursday. We transport them, so parents don't have to worry about that. And so they get all the help that they could possibly think of. We feed them and just have different programs for them. And so it's something that has been really beneficial to the city of Jackson.
You get children at what age started in the program?
Generally from grade school into high school.
Okay.
So it is a wide range of different ages. You know, one of the key components that a lot of our students enjoy, like Courtney mentioned, they have opportunity to get exposure outside of their community. You would be surprised how many students have not even left beyond maybe the 4 blocks of their home. So they do different things like gardening. We teach them that. They have an opportunity to tour downtown, visit different organizations in manufacturing. So just really provide them with that opportunity.
I've shared this story before, but I met a young man several years ago. Said he didn't know that there were houses with swimming pools until he got, ironically, out with gang members because they were scouting places that they might hit. And he said, well, what do these people do? And they said, well, they have jobs. And he said, I decided then that's what I want. I don't want to be part of the gang. But I was stunned that because and when I asked him, he said, well, I lived with my grandmother and I went to church with her and I went to school and stayed in the neighborhood. He said, I've never been anywhere. And so I thought, well, field trips and any kind of exposure, right, is an important thing for people.
We want to break that generational poverty. We want to expose these children to different ways of life. It doesn't have to be right there in the neighborhood that they grew up in. They can reach back and help, but there's so much more to it.
It's an amazing program, and it's been in existence over a decade now, so it's raised a generation of children.
It has, yes.
And the results have been obvious. It's Keep My Hood Good, and the banquet is February the 9th. That'll be a Thursday, starting at 6:30 at Fellowship Bible Church, and there'll be a full meal and keynote speech and all that, and wonderful entertainment. And you can get tickets at keepmyhoodgood.org, or the Facebook page as well. It's good to see you both.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for having us.
We're going to go to our main stage, and it's a video stage today, and this is the Omission.
It's a lonely way to be, to boldly travel free. And it's hard sometimes for you, and it sure is for me too. There's a dog with a chain around his paws. There's a flower resurrected in the fall. There's a cloud with no known destination. There's a man who's stuck in contemplation. It's a lonely way to be, to boldly travel free. And it's hard sometimes for you, and it sure is for me too.
Donating blood is safe, easy, and in less than an hour, you can save up to 3 lives. If you've donated with us before, thank you. We can't wait to see you again. If you've never donated before, now is the time. Give blood at Lifeline Blood Services today.
System Operational Achievement Recognition, the SOAR Award, is the American Public Gas Association's recognition for excellence in a natural gas utility. The award covers employee safety, system improvement, system integrity, workforce development. There are over 700 APGA members. In 2022, 14 of those systems received a SOAR Award. But the top-level gold SOAR Award, only one system, the Natural Gas Division of the Jackson Energy Authority. Being an industry leader is all a part of JEA today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. Lifeline Blood Services provides blood to 17 hospitals and 12 AirVac services in 20 counties. To make your donation, you can come to one of our 2 locations today.
Well, it's one of my favorite topics. It's running. Pretty is with us. Among other things in his life, he is the cross-country head coach at USJ, and he's also president of the Jackson Roadrunners this year. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you, Steve.
Good to be here.
Joe Fuller's the runner in our crew, and I show up when the barbecue is served after the race is over, and that's how this thing is always balanced out. It's good to have you guys here.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations on the Turkey Day 5K and that contribution to life for that.
Thank you. It went very well.
Yeah, special thing, and the people continue to participate in that, and so that's a real special thing that's done every year. Well, what's going on with the Roadrunners? We're kind of beginning the new year, new season, I guess.
We are. So, you know, the Roadrunners, we've been around since the 1970s. We've always been an integral part of the running community and the fitness community in West Tennessee. Over the years, we've evolved. We now have a point series race. We're kicking that off February the 11th with the local 5K. So lots of good things going on with the Roadrunners.
So the February the 11th. The February the 11th 5K is going to be where?
Danny?
It'll be in front of Fleet Feet. We have a course in there that's a 5K certified course right in front of Fleet Feet, and it will be at 8 o'clock that morning, and that's benefiting Friends of Heart, which is purchasing the AEDs for the 4-minute city.
Oh, is that right, for the 4-minute city? Okay, all right. So this will be a kickoff to that. Now, how do you register for this event?
You can go to jacksonroadrunner.com, and we have the race link there. It's on Run Sign Up. So, but either way will get you.
So jacksonroadrunners.com.
Right, without an S.
Without an S, Roadrunner.
Road
jacksonroadrunner.com. All right, so without the S, and so get registered for that. The point system works how?
Yeah, so it tracks you in your age group. So each race, it'll rank you on how you finish in your age group.
How you finish that race, okay. So you get points placed depending on how you place.
And then at the end of the year, we have a banquet, typically in November, and we'll recognize those folks who placed in their age group.
How many races then will be included in this?
This year, I believe we have 9 or 10.
Okay, so
different,
about one a month.
Yeah, in different distances. You know, we try to put a little bit of everything for everybody in there.
Okay.
So we'll have different
So there'll be
distances.
some marathons or half marathons in this, or?
No half marathons this year. I believe a 10K is as far as we're going to go this year.
10K as far as it's going, okay.
Yeah.
Well, given a break out there, so 5K and 10K. Yeah. All right, so who should look at getting into this?
Yeah, really, anyone who wants to be, regardless of where you are in your running journey, whether you're a beginner or you've been doing it since the 80s, we welcome everyone with all different paces. You know, really to be part of the Roadrunners, you know, it's going to give you an opportunity to participate in our group runs, our monthly meetings where we typically have a speaker with an educational and entertaining agenda. It gives you a discount at Fleet Feet Jackson as well as a discount on races throughout the year.
Oh, it's all right during the year. All right, Danny, somebody that hasn't taken up running, that's interested in it, what's the recommended way to get started?
Start walking.
Okay.
And then just mix in a little bit of running and run, walk, and just build up to it. That is the best way. A lot of people do a full marathon, 100-miler, just do a walk, run. But walk, run is the best way.
Okay, just to get started.
Yes.
All right, when do I come see you about equipment and footwear and all that stuff?
Anytime, 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
We're there ready for you and the equipment.
So the moment you start thinking about walking seriously, I need to come see you, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
How much time does it take somebody to get ready for a 5K?
You'll see a lot of couch to 5K programs, maybe 12 or 13 weeks, 2 or 3 times a week starting out.
Okay. Changes your life, right?
It does, and Arthur and I both are certified coaches, and you know you can come to Fleet Feet and talk to me, call Arthur, either one. We usually will be glad to help someone that's wanting to get started with free advice, and you know help them get up and going.
Well, it's an opportunity to make a lifestyle change, and these folks are dedicated to this and accessible. Arthur Pretty is with us. He's also the cross-country coach at USJ, and Danny Crosset with Jackson Roadrunners, and it's jacksonroadrunner.com.
That's it.
jacksonroadrunner.com. So if you want to get started, change your life, and then we'll see you the 11th for this first race of the year.
That's right.
Okay.
And hope to see everyone there.
All right. Good to see you guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
so very much.
Thank you.
We're going back to the main stage, and this was recorded earlier. This is Omission.
glass jar. She comes to pick me up in her car. It's her investment in my stuff. And her commitment to my cuffs. In my inflection, hot and tough. On my direction, hot and love. I ate the flowers in the glass jar. I came to tuck her into her car.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Steve Bowers welcoming you back to 6 in the City. Our colleague Cassandra Fuller is on jury duty today. We found out she's on a panel that will be there for 3 months, and so we're hoping that this will be a rare occasion. Anyway, she's doing her civic duty today. We're glad to be here. We're going to talk about the Scouts, the West Tennessee Area Council of the Boy Scouts of America. And Clint Belke is with us. He's the development director. And then Adrian Hackett is with us, and he's the executive director of this program. And good to have you both with us. Got a special fundraising banquet coming up the 28th. But before we get there, I want to set some kind of feel for the West Tennessee Area Council of Boy Scouts, or the Scouts of America. And it covers how many counties now in West Tennessee?
We cover 20 counties across West Tennessee, kind of from the Tennessee River all the way to the Mississippi River, not Shelby County.
Not Shelby County.
Not
So you got
Shelby
everything
County.
else.
Everything else.
Okay. So how's it organized then?
We have over 80 different units, Cub Scout packs, Boy Scout troops, venturing crews across that area. And really the heart and soul of it is the volunteers that day in and day out are putting on those programs for the over 1,400 kids that we have in the program.
Wow, okay. And then is a volunteer basis, whatever you're looking to expand these groups?
We are always looking to expand. We've got a plan to continue to expand and grow. Last year, our Cub Scout program grew 14%. Over 600 new families joined last year. So we're always looking for new places to have scout units meeting, and people who are interested in scouting can always go to beascout.org, or they can call us at the office on Hollywood here in Jackson.
Our son turns 20 this week, and I remember the most excited I saw him. He came home one day just absolutely convinced he had to be a Cub Scout. I don't know who did the presentation. I forgot who did the presentation, but he came home from school. And it wasn't like I wanted. It's like I really want to do this. You know, turned out to be a great experience.
That's one of the things that we love doing, is going in and talking to kids about joining scouting and make them go, bother the snot out of their parents so they sign them up. Absolutely.
He was like a man possessed. He sure was. Well, let's talk. We got a special banquet coming up the 28th. It's going to be where?
Yeah, right here at the Carl
Perkins Civic Center. Okay.
And it's those things that Adrian mentioned that we're going to celebrate on the 28th. A huge increase in our membership, and we had 40 Eagle Scouts in 2022 that we're looking forward to recognizing those, and some of our distinguished volunteers. We have a Silver Beaver Award that's presented. We have 4 individuals, Nick Matlock, Robert Boren, Butch Powers, and Chris Winchell, who'll be recognized with that distinguished award. And we'll also recognize an outstanding Eagle Scout, Jim Matlock.
Okay.
So it'll be a wonderful
The 20th will be what night of the week?
It's a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, February the 20th. How do you get tickets for this?
Yes, there are a couple ways, but the easiest is to just call the Scout office, 668-3787, or go on our brand new website, westtnscouts.org.
Westtnscouts.org.
Yeah.
Okay. Westtnscouts.org.
Yeah.
Get tickets there. You got a special speaker coming in.
Yes, we do. We do. An Eagle Scout, and Adrian was able to get him out to join us.
We are super excited to have Addison Nichols, who's a young man from outside of Atlanta. This year he's a freshman at UT.
Okay.
He's probably will be starting on Jensen, but he probably will be starting on the offensive line for UT next year.
He's part of the volunteer football team then.
He is a big kid, 6'5", 320 pounds. He's an Eagle Scout and is very excited to come out here, and we're excited to have him.
Okay. So that'll be February the 20th, Carl Perkins Civic Center. 28th at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. It'll be a Tuesday night.
Yes.
All right.
Tuesday
so go ahead
night.
and get those tickets. What do you hope to achieve with this? You recognize folks, celebrate the past year.
In addition to recognizing a lot of incredible work from Eagle Scouts and volunteers, we're also going to raise funds for the Scouts to continue to operate here locally in West Tennessee. What makes our event unique to a lot of events is that we actually don't have a ticket cost, a ticket price.
Okay.
The event is free for all to come, and we have an ask that we make at the event.
Okay.
And through that, 100% of the pledge or donation goes right to scouting here locally.
Okay. Well, it's a special program, special evening, and that is coming up on the 28th. So go ahead and get lined up with your table and everything else. Congratulations on the growth.
Thank you.
Continue.
Yeah,
It's a special thing. The West Tennessee area of the Boy Scouts of America. We're going to be right back with more as we continue 6 in the City.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, and any way you can imagine.
For 9 years, the READ team has helped over 2,200 second graders read better through coaching and friendships. Students have increased their word recognition by as much as 300%. Reading on grade level opens the door for Google searches, driver's licenses, and career opportunities. Invest 1 hour a week to give our second graders every chance to read on grade level. Go to thereadteam.org to sign up. The The READ Team, changing our community one word at a time, in partnership with JMCSS, Leaders Education Foundation, and United Way of West Tennessee. But you already knew that because you can read.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Welcome back to Six in the City, and Dan DeMott is with us, and he's with it's a new initiative in West Tennessee and Middle Tennessee, in fact, that we're going to find out about. It's called TENN, 10 Tennessee, in essence, 10 Vax. And so what is this?
Well, 10 Vax is a program to address COVID, 19 vaccine and education. We're basically throwing out all the rules that you've seen for the last 2 years about getting people vaccinated. All right. It will go to people. It's just a new approach on being able to get everybody who wants to be vaccinated.
So it's trying to get especially information into areas where the vaccination rates have been extremely low.
That is the main mission here, is to get into those areas that either are underserved or don't have the ability, so homebound patients and so on and so forth.
I understand this is a 2-year initiative, is that right?
It turned out it was supposed to be a 24-month, and by the time everything got done with the grant from the state of Tennessee, it ended up being 18 months.
18 months. So you had 18 months. You're working the counties outside Shelby, right, in West Tennessee, but you also have some counties in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, so we got the 34 western counties minus Shelby. And we're supposed to go everywhere. As we have, we work off of what we call a social vulnerable index of those who are the most needy in the community. They're our main target, but we won't turn anybody away that wants a shot. So.
It tends to be some areas, some income, not eligibility, but you look at income criteria, but also access, right? Some people don't have as ready access to health facilities or whatever.
Yeah, that's what we'll work with public health. We'll work with home health care agencies and private entities that provide those services, Meals on Wheels, and try to address some of the hesitancy towards COVID vaccine, try to go over the misnomers or misinformation that's provided, or it's the gossip of the COVID vaccine, so on and so forth.
All right, so you got 18 months. Have you launched, or is that still pending, or?
Well, yeah, we kind of launched. We got the building up, everything's, we got everything that we're
So your
ready
headquarters, you're operating out of Jackson?
Yeah, out of the old Hub City Bicycle Shop.
Okay.
We're ready. We got everything ready. We got all the things that we need to store the vaccine, maintain the vaccine, especially at the ultra cold temperatures that they want, so that we can order. We're just waiting to be inspected.
Okay. And then so how do you reach into these areas then, Dan?
We'll have to do the old grassroots thing, go door to door, knocking, and talking to people.
So you got vans or transportation access, or what do you do?
Yeah, we'll go to people's houses,
and
we'll work with those people that do homebound, Meals on Wheels, and they'll ask us to come in, and we believe success is if one team puts one shot in one arm that has not received or wants a booster, we consider that a success.
Okay.
Because we might fail in the beginning, but you don't always win. You have to learn from what you lost at too. So.
Okay. Well, that'll be interesting because you're coming in brand new.
Yes.
So you're working in conjunction with the established health structure, but then you're is it from the CDC initiative, or?
No, it's Tennessee's initiative.
Okay.
So it's money that was provided to the state.
State of Tennessee. Okay.
So it's for COVID, and one of the things that they asked us to do is to do that community outreach and to educate, to address the hesitancy of vaccines. And Spartan Medical is the name of the company that actually runs 10 Vax. It's a program which is a veteran-owned and operated business.
Okay. All right. So how do people find out about you, or is there a Facebook website?
Well, we talked about this morning with the medical director, and a website will be coming. It's going to probably be spartanmedical.com/10vax.
Okay.
We do have
Spartan Medical,
Yep,
okay.
and there will be things on for our community outreach. And Miss Geneva, who's fell ill yesterday, couldn't make it. She's working on all those angles for us to make sure that we get
She's been an excellent advanced person. She sure has been. Been a pleasure to meet her.
Yeah, she's dynamite.
Yeah,
so.
she sure. All right. The 10vax program, and it will work in rural areas, particularly in underserved areas or whatever with the COVID vaccine program. And it'll be underway for the next 18 months, and that will be all the counties in West Tennessee outside Shelby, and then several counties, then over 13 or so in the western section of Middle Tennessee. And so both sides of the Tennessee River.
Yeah, pretty
All
much.
right. It's good to have you in Jackson.
Thank you. I
Hope
appreciate
things
it.
go well. Yeah, and it's not easy walking in. We let you in after about 40 years. You get to be local.
Yeah, well, after a career in the military, you learn how to
adapt and go. Well, it's good to have you here. It's good
Thank
to
you
meet
very
Dan.
much.
Appreciate it. Continued best. We're going to go back to the main stage, and we welcome once again Omission.
I've got fear in my bones. Someone's got tears, they've been falling alone. Someone come turn the light on. I've got failures unknown. That someone's got failures that they don't make sure. Someone would pick up the phone and you only speak to me if I had a story. Two isn't company, so please don't leave me. There's no cure for disease, no sure way to prevent creaky knees, no way to diminish anxiety. Ain't time just a killer when time's running out. Yeah, you find all the pieces that've been scattered around in the evening. You can't fall asleep 'cause you've been all over town. And you only speak to me if I had a story.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million. But it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA today.
From time to time, life may throw us a curveball. Even with the best of efforts, maintaining the essentials like utilities can be difficult. With UtiliCare, you can make a donation to help provide utility assistance to families right here in Jackson. Your contribution makes a difference for those families struggling to pay utility bills. Go online to learn more or donate. jaxenergy.com/UtiliCare.
Well, you can take the man out of the theater, but you can't take the theater out of the man, apparently. Dr. David Burke is with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing
It's
great.
Good to see you. He's a retired professor from Union University and ran the theater department there for, well, a long time.
33 years.
Starts there for decades, and that wouldn't quite do it justice, 33 years there. And then Keegan Etheridge is with us, and you did a lot of your work at Bethel.
Yes, sir.
And you're opening a new studio, or have opened a new studio here?
I'm working
Hold
at a
that
new
microphone
studio.
up, yeah.
I'm working at a new studio at Catbird in Jackson.
Okay. And so it's open when, or how do people?
Opening, we have an opening night event February 10th.
Okay.
And we will officially be open for business about the 13th.
All right, so it's brand new.
Brand
in the
new.
city. Something else that's brand new in a sense, it's taking on a different configuration. It's the Hub City Theater Company, and they've got a special presentation coming up at the Carnegie, which has a theater in the basement. If you haven't been, it's a splendid facility. It seats about 70, 75.
70 people. Right.
Okay, and it's just a wonderful,
Intriguing little speakeasy down
it certainly is, and part of the design originally of the Carnegie, and it's just a splendid facility. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But what is the Hub City Theater Company?
Well, the Hub City Theater Company is a new theater company that's just starting up, and this is their first real production. And they have come about really from people thinking that they want to do things at smaller venue theaters that might be more intriguing for people, a little bit different, that might cause you to ask a lot more questions and you might have answers.
Okay. So you say theater is to entertain and to enlighten, and this is the enlightenment part of it.
This is the enlightenment part, but we hope it's also the entertaining part
Yeah.
as well. They're two sides of the same coin.
Same thing. It takes both to make it work, right? Agnes of God is the presentation. It's coming up this weekend. It's January 26th, 27th, and 28th. The performances are at 7:30?
Yes, sir.
7:30, and then they'll come back next weekend, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Again, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the next two weekends. And it will be in the basement of the Carnegie. How do you get tickets to this?
Well, there's lots of different ways. If you see a poster, you can scan it, and then just it'll take you right to the place to buy it. You can go to our Facebook page, Hub City Theater Facebook page, and click onto a link, and it'll take you. Okay. But for those like me that have a little bit of a hard time sort of weaving their way through the social media, there is a telephone number, and I will give you that. It is 731-300-1066.
All right, 1066, 300, 1066, off the 731 area code.
And
How much are the tickets?
Yeah, make reservations. The
Okay.
tickets are there, if you are a senior or a student, $10. Regular admission is $15.
Okay, all right. Can't quibble with the price. 70 seats in this theater. So Agnes of God, and you're Agnes.
I am Agnes.
All right, so what is this about?
This is about a nun who had a baby, and no one knew that she was going to have this baby at all, and so the baby ends up mysteriously dying, and so no one knows if it's her that did it, if it's another nun, or if somebody came in there and did it.
This is a murder mystery.
It is.
Okay.
And there is a doctor who has to come and...
The psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist doctor who has to come and really figure out, is she sane? Did she do it? And if she did do it, did she do it on purpose?
Okay, wow.
A lot of questions.
Who wrote this?
A gentleman by the name of John Pelmer.
Okay.
So,
Had you seen this before?
There's a movie version of it. I've
Okay.
never seen the play, but there's a movie version of it that came out in the 90s with Jane Fonda and Anne Bancroft.
Okay.
Anne Bancroft won Academy Award for Best Actress in it.
Okay.
And but the play is not the movie.
Okay.
You know, it's quite a bit different.
Agnes, how many people in this cast? Then?
3.
3, okay.
All
So it's like-
females.
All
Three
females.
Right.
Oh, so the psychiatrist is female as well.
Right,
Yes.
and she's a court-appointed psychiatrist. You know,
So this sounds pretty intense.
It's
What's the length of
very
this?
intense.
What's the length of the presentation?
It's a typical play length of about 2 hours.
2
if you
hours,
include
okay.
the intermission.
So there will be an intermission.
Right.
Okay. This will be at the Carnegie, downstairs at the Carnegie. And it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 this weekend and next weekend, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as well.
What's really amazing, too, after the show, we have a number of guests to come, and they're going to kind of give a feedback on the play, and then open it up for anyone that wants to stay to ask questions or have comments. And so we've got a psychologist, we've got a social worker, we've got a theologian, we've got just different people coming every night, different ones.
So this is not going to be just high five and celebrate at the end. This is going to be think.
Yes, and gives people a chance to really kind of maybe, you know, because what they will have witnessed might be very traumatic in some ways. We'll give them a chance to kind of vent a little bit.
It's good to see you both. Good luck with the studio here as well. It's good to see
Thank
you
you
again,
for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good. Glad you're still involved in things here. That's
I'm
great.
loving it. Yes.
All right, great. And the Hub City Theater Company, and it's Agnes of God. We'll be right back. We'll get a preview of the Jewel Awards coming up in this city. We'll do that next as we continue this 6 in the City.
Hey, have you heard about 4 Minute City? Do you know what it is?
Our city has over 100 sudden cardiac arrests every year.
That's why the 4 Minute City program was created.
By placing easy-to-use defibrillators in homes and businesses throughout Jackson, we can save lives.
This is not some hypothetical. This is real.
But it's up to us. Want to do something good?
Come on, Jackson. Get involved.
You just might save my life.
And I might save yours.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Welcome back to 6 in the City. I want to remind you the Crystal Ball for the Jackson Symphony is coming up this week. It'll be right here at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. You still get tickets. TheJacksonSymphony.org has that. And Escanaba is a presentation of the Jackson Theater Guild that's going to start February the 9th, 10th, and 11th. It'll be a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7:30 with a Saturday matinee at 2. And that's coming up, so we'll try to get you some more on that. It's just a busy time of year. It's getting busier every day, and Don McCrory is with us. And he is the interim executive director of the African American Chamber of Commerce here in Jackson and Madison County. Of course, he's been interim now for what, 3 years?
March of 2020, yes.
Okay, so like I said, he's coming on his 3rd year as interim, so it looks like you're running this thing, Don. That's what it looks like.
I'm crazy enough to do it.
Okay, well, it's good. African American Chamber does some outstanding work here, and part of what they do, of course, is a summer mentoring program, and we have a golf tournament that we've been actively involved with at JA for the last several years as a sponsor, and glad to be involved with that. But they got the Jewel Awards coming up, the 22nd annual, in fact, recognition awards for businesses. It's coming up Saturday, February the 18th, right here at the Carl Perkins Civic Center, and it's going to feature smooth jazz progression.
Yes, they're a very, very popular group here.
They are very, very good. Clyde Gilmore and crew, they are excellent.
Yes, and I had the pleasure of getting to see them the weekend before, so I won't get tired of them.
Okay, well, that's excellent. So this is done to recognize businesses?
This is done to recognize businesses for many reasons. First off, for them to have the dream to be able to open their own business, and then to be able to persevere through so much adversity, so many challenges, and especially with the past couple of years that we had with our pandemic, and to still be present and relevant and loving what they do.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to celebrate them, acknowledge them, as well as introduce our organization to the rest, so many parts of the city that don't know we exist.
Okay, all right. So how do you get tickets to this? How much are they?
Tickets are easy to get. The easiest way to get them is go to eventbrite.com.
Okay.
Look up the name of the event. It's the Jewel Awards, February the 18th, 6:30 here at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. Or the old-fashioned way, pick up the phone, call me in the office at 731-424-2030.
Okay,
Sponsorship information is available. Yeah, that's 731-424-2030.
424-2030.
Tickets are $75 apiece. Tables are $600. Places of worship can get a table of 8 for $500.
Okay.
So we are expecting at least 40 tables. We've got an evening filled with, again, celebration, recognition of some historical pioneers. Hint, this year we're recognizing Gil Scott-Heron.
Okay.
So we will have his son who will be present and will receive an award on his behalf.
Okay.
We'll also have music and dancing and lots of good food.
Okay. So the evening starts at 6:30, kind of reception, open time?
It starts with a reception. Following the invocation, people will help themselves to the buffet. And at the end of after everyone has had the opportunity to eat, we will start the program. Initially we've got some city officials that are going to be present to welcome visitors, because we have a number of people that will be here from out of state. And then we will tell a little bit of history about the organization, talk a little bit about this event. The organization itself was founded in 1999, and so we have been doing this for some time. This is our first live event in 3 years. So we're really excited to get back in person again.
That's right. I think the last one I went to was at the...
it was at the Omen. 2020,
Yeah,
yes. It was at the Omen.
Yeah, that's right. Don McCory's with us, and he's the interim executive director, and he's been, like I said, he's about to start his 3rd year.
Yes.
And so it's a special thing with the African American Chamber of Commerce. Once again, the Jewel Awards, that's February the 18th right here at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. It'll be a splendid night. And the summer mentoring program is just an outstanding program.
Thank you. Yeah, the Follow Me Into Business program is really, really one of the key features of our organization. Last year, we were gracious or fortunate enough to offer a STEM program, which was a result of a generous donation from Toyota. And we look forward to doing it again this summer. Registration for that will start during spring break.
Okay. Keep it in mind. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Stephen.
Thanks to you for being with us, and good Lord willing, we'll be back. Cassandra Fuller hopefully will be back with us. She's still on jury duty, and we'll see how that goes. We're going to close out with, and glad to have them, Omission.